sentencing day for Michelle Carter, the Plainville woman sentenced to 15 months behind bars for urging her boyfriend to commit suicide via text message. This is a case that garnered national attention and led to many free speech questions.
Well, she was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in the death of her boyfriend, 18-year-old Conrad Roy. His family giving powerful statements in court today.
He had such a bright future. Michelle Carter exploited my son's weaknesses and used him as a pawn in her own well-being.
But the case is far from over.
Michelle Carter's planning an appeal, and the judge ruled that she can stay out of prison until those appeals are over. Tonight, Katie Brace is covering the case from Taunton District Court, and WBZ legal analyst Jennifer Roman is here in studio. She'll be breaking down the court's punishment for us and the paths to appeal. But let's begin with Katie Brace. Katie?
And Paula, emotions were high as the families left the courtroom this evening. Now, in total, a judge sentenced Michelle Carter to 2.5 years in prison, but citing other legal issues, she was allowed to go home.
What kind of justice got served today?
The family of Conrad Roy left court angry and in disbelief. His ex-girlfriend, Michelle Carter, who was found guilty of encouraging Roy to kill himself, had walked into her sentencing wiping away tears, but she was allowed to go home.
But it's saying as long as I'm under 18, I can bully anyone, get them to kill themselves.
Back in 2014, Carter texted Roy as he sat in his truck filling with carbon monoxide. She repeatedly encouraged him to go through with suicide. Roy's mother asked the judge to put Carter in jail for at least 7 years.
Her actions killed Conrad Roy. She ended his life to better her own.
The same judge who found Carter guilty of involuntary manslaughter determined her sentence. 2.5 years, but she only has to serve 15 months and stay out of trouble to not serve the rest.
She was a bright young lady, did well in school, and I am satisfied that she was mindful of the actions for which she now stands convicted.
Carter's attorney is appealing her case, saying her text messages are protected under free speech.
Is disappointed by the ruling because we don't think a law was broken. Massachusetts doesn't have an assisted suicide law in the books.
The judge allowed Carter free while that appeal is pending. Michelle Carter's family had nothing to say. She slipped away from the courthouse. Conrad Roy's family prepared for another night without him.
I don't understand how a month ago it's a guilty verdict, giving the family hope that there might be some kind of justice.
And Michelle Carter could be free for years as that appeal works itself through the courts. And if her appeal is successful, she could not serve any jail time at all. The judge also said that Carter cannot make any money off of this case. Reporting live in Taunton, Katie Brace, WBZ News.